social activism, resources, and art. I'm the assist, African supporting strength, inspiration, and success together. Shout out to Nick, my co-host, Raw Cannon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the cannons. This is gonna be a long list. You know what I mean? I gotta get the names of all the cannons, but Nick the Queen, Raw Cannon, you know what it is. She a master. She a mom. She's a wife. Multi-dimensional African woman. You know what I'm saying? I went over the crib on the 14th. Shout out to Aiden. You know what I'm saying? Making his moves. We had a real dope conversation about him going to military school and everything and how he wanted to go. It was cool. You know, at a young age, I guess he felt like it's something that he needed. You know what I'm saying? His pop right there. I know my brother going to support him like he need to be supported. But I thought that, to be able to have, he in the house with, outside of his pop, just all women, you know what I'm saying? And his pop, he a real dad. So it's like, he don't always get the, I don't think he always get the time with him that he probably want because it be going down. And I understand that with like a lot of different people. Me and my older sister just had a heart to heart. We wasn't like speaking for a while. I really wasn't. I felt like my folks, they want better, but it's kind of like this, yo, shut up and do what I'm telling y'all to do on this one right here. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all. Had some belief. I think that's what every black man who really wants to be or embody what it is to be a black man, at the end of the day, he want that belief back. When we was hung from trees, when we were put through buck breaking plantations, when we were tarred and feathered and pulled apart by horses, when we were beat in front of our women, where we were molested and raped by the slave master. Yeah, I think those things took pieces of the belief away. Like, when we talk about jail and welfare and mental illness and the way we glorify a street nigga, and that's a rebel without a cause. It's a thug. You don't got no game plan. You just on go. And it's really just survival and resilience. But we have embodied it to make being a street woman or man, like that's what make you truly African, because we can kill, we can hurt, we can shoot, we can rob. I'm even, I'm even guilty of it, leaning on that part of who I am and what I can be. That's really actually at the end of the day destructive to my people. How could I be a man that knows and I'm still basing my confrontations and my frustrations and my ire so much on my own people? It's not enough attack of the actual the actual enemy. When we talk about racism, Europeans who embody racism, capitalism, people who embody capitalism and knows what it does to black folk and is continued to do to black folk. Those the folks we should really be striking out at, especially if we know better. Most of us don't know better, so we have been weaponized to destroy. I've seen my brothers dumb themselves down to allow themselves to be controlled and manipulated so they may never have to go at the real op. I've seen our women be so destructive in everything that they do. Seriously. I'm not saying every black woman, but it's a real destruction, like it's a real destructive behavior that's in our women that usually only be resigned to men. But now the men, that destructiveness has been turned into being catered and docile and, still acknowledging to the actual opposition that we are not a threat. I'm not going to strike out against you. I will only strike out on those who look like me. So like that's what we doing. Like we fucking each other up because we fucked up. I gotta say it like that because I just be watching. It's like our reality not even reality no more. The facts don't matter no more. As long as you can confuse the issue enough to get your emotional point out, the facts don't matter. Your lies don't matter. It can be just all purely on emotion. The facts don't matter to the point where our folks are very delusional about what their perception of others are, whether it be too high or too low. One of the things I always say about where we find ourselves in relation to Europeans and us being a social other, look it up, Yaruga, read the book, and how that's how they deal with the whole world. They don't look at you as being on par. They either look at you as being godlike or subhuman. There is no eye to eye. It never been. For us to keep fighting for it, that's why it keeps being so elusive for our people. Like when we try like to get these people to look at us in a certain way that's positive, that's just human. It's never going to happen. They look at you as a social other. It comes from their ethos, their culture. Look it up. And what they did to us is they made us the ultimate weapon. They weaponized us against ourselves. We will destroy each other before we ever get to a battlefield to fight against whatever is oppressing us and, capitalizing us and exterminating us and exploiting us. As a part of that process, they have played the European power structure, the oligarchy, the planners, these people who sat down and devised what our schools should look like after slavery. They've been telling us what our relationships should be. I had a joke with somebody close to me, and it was like, we ain't shit, talking about women. Like, women aren't shit now. And I was like, damn, before it was men ain't shit. But I said, damn, now it's none of us ain't shit. I get it now. I see why this shit looks so crazy. Because none of us ain't shit. So we just in this. So I'm like, well, damn, how do we? But it's hard to get back from that when facts ain't facts no more, yo. Where you can't speak facts about people, you talking behind their back. And even when somebody know they wrong, we have to find a way to give them a voice. Because we've been through so much. It's funny because we are using methods for people who, as we try to heal each other, right? But those things are being used against us as like selfish plays by our people. What I say a lot about using wording. We have all this wording that's supposed to help, but now people are playing with these words to get what they want and be able to do what they want. So at first I had a lot more stronger things to say about, our people, about being like Africans, men and women, and, my niece is sitting here, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a curse and all that. And I have, start really looking at my vocabulary again, because my shit has deteriorated over 5 years. And I definitely got to reconnect to, to that collective consciousness of my ancestors. Like, I got to dig back into my books and understand that I'm not using these books to, play games. I've never used my intelligence to play games with anybody. And I'm not going to start now. It's not that type of thing for me. It really is a thing of learning how am I going to operate and defend myself and push my people forward and actually be a black man of some note, and not act like this is some insurmountable thing because I don't want to be held to a standard. I don't care about that. Just make sure that you judging me correctly, not with your perception, not with your delusion, just correctly. It still might not land on my side, but just judge me correctly. Don't be delusional about how you see me. Don't project what you got going on in your head and make it real to me or real of what I am. It's usually I'm on some, I'm good, but I'm not. You feel me? And that ain't even a defense mechanism. I really be good. And it's crazy because it's like, it's the very thing that I knew was possible, but I thought I geared myself to keep being able to overcome it, keep being able to be patient. You know what I'm saying? And knowing what has been done to us. Know what the penalty, I guess, of leadership is. Because that ain't even really the thing for me. I do what I do, and if people think what I'm doing makes sense and they want to rock with me, I'm cool with it. But I don't have a problem with being a leader. It's not something I shy away from. I know all the pitfalls that come with it. I done read about it on 1,000 different levels, especially as it pertains to black people and black men in particular. I'm very understanding of a Rube Foster and how Rube literally lost his mind because he would spell out to black people exactly what we needed. And all I need you to do is be in this line for a minute. Follow these these rules, these regulations, these policies, these procedures. Have some patience. That's all Rube was trying to tell them. And we can have our own league. We the real talent. But every time they went behind Rube, right back to the white man. Every time, took his pennies, believed what he had to say, fought against his own people, even fought against your own people, even when you know you going into the enemy's hand, because you just when we been doing anything. And that shit drove Rube Foster crazy. It's in a book called $40 Million Slave, which is a great book, by the way. And if if you plan on being in sports or entertainment, you should read this book if you're a black person. You need to read the book. But so I brought my niece on here. She wasn't expecting this because she likes to tell stories. You know, she talks about school. She talks about her friends. She be really excited about telling these stories. So I figured I would give her a platform to tell her stories. And now all of a sudden she don't want to talk. Any other time you yelling and screaming in my house, running around, making all this noise, talking all this stuff, now you don't want to talk. You don't want to tell us how your day at school was? Or you're not interested in that now? This is amazing to me. That this young woman who has a lot to say, yes, all of a sudden now you want to hide in your hoodie. It's amazing to me. I don't have any viewers. Who do you think is watching this? Nobody's watching this. I'm just who, what? You got your headphones on speaking to the mic. We need to get the content. Who did you say?
Miss Carlita.
Oh, she's talking, people. Slide your chair up. Come on. Slide it on up so you can talk in the mic. So, you know, a lot of the things that I do, sometimes I explain some things to people. I have concepts that I really, not even concepts, but like lifestyles that I really embody. You know what I'm saying? I really live them. I have done them in a lot of different places, under a lot of different scrutinies. And it has remained. And that's not changing with me. You know, I always been who I am. I'm a loyal dude. And I got some information and I understood who I was as an African. And I was a street boy and I was doing street shit. And, you know, all of the above for me. You know? And I didn't even think I take any real type of pride in it, you know, because at the end of the day, yeah, I had to do whatever it is that we say we have to do to be black men when we coming in these systems of oppression and poverty and rape and molestation and self-esteem and just, you know, misrepresentations of what your identity is, if you have any at all. You know what I'm saying? The rat race, the need to protect, the need to provide, the need to ask for patience, the need to educate, to, you know, whatever being somebody can be. Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through all of these different things in my brain and in relationships and the whole nine. And the man that I've come up with, you know, and what I try to put into my brothers whenever I meet them and my sisters whenever I meet them is like, damn, at the end of the day, I just want whatever our relationship span is for me to have gave more than I taken away. Depending on the person's, you know, how they look at what is beneficial to their life, that may look a little crazy, but I'm just saying, like, when you know, when you pro and con a situation of however long you was around me, I want my benefit to be way, you know, I say a lot, 75-25. If I get 80-20, like, I'm on it. You ain't gonna get 100% at no time. Like, it can't happen because there's too many people involved. Seriously, because that's what I live my life by. I love to take care of people. I got that from my mom. I got that from my sister. You know what I'm saying? So, just a lot of women, period, in my family. You know. So it's just one of those things where it's like, damn, I went through all of these different chambers with the intent to be a better brother, you know, a better homie, a better husband, a better father, business partner. And I really do strive to do that. So I always lean on, and people hear me say a lot of things a lot, and I don't mind because they are mantras. I'm reminding myself, but I'm also allowing you to know to a certain extent what standard to hold me to. But I'm not a fool. Like, I see when it's not even. I see when I'm giving and I'm not really asking for nothing in return, but it's like, damn, like I'm trying to assist. That's what I'm trying to do. And I get it. We all fucked up. We all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They fucked all of us up. Because one of my biggest reasons of how I move is like, damn, can I get our people back to a space before we dealt with this level of oppression that we dealt with on American soil, and we have done for 500 and something plus years? What do our relationships look like without American rugged individualism involved, without capitalism involved, without American religion or American Christianity or American Islam? Like, what do it look like without these things involved? When it's our way, when it's our culture, like our way is something different. Like you take what you need and you leave the rest. It's always about the group. Because you know that the group is going to lift your individualism up. It don't work the other way around. I know they've taught us that, but your reach is way smaller than you think when it's just you trying to lift up all these folks. And the thought of all the folks is not to pull more people in or assist you. See you with the plan and say, damn, I'm going to dig in because this is working or this can work. And I'm going to dedicate to that. I'm not going to let my personal feelings, emotions, we'll have proper time for that. Seriously. And it has to be. You have to have that. But can those things be separated? In order for us to push our folks forward, we don't let our personal thoughts, that personal thing you feel like some shit can be let go of. Some shit can be looked past. It can. But when we get into this detail thing of like every little thing you gotta, like, nah. Not every, like, because it's about all of us. And you rather destroy hours, time, material, positive energy just to get your point out there and make everybody feel you. When we could just do this real African and say, is the gravity of that deep that we would be willing to destroy everything for it? Or even try, like, motherfuckers would try the shit. Ew, motherfuckers is crazy. People do shit to you and then play games and then try to act like you playing games, and then it's just a game because there's no facts in this shit. But, I'm going to keep doing what I do, man. I'm going to keep loving on black folk, and most of the black folk that ever been around me, ever been in my presence, they know how I came, and they know what I did, and they know if I did leave, they know what I left, whether they want to acknowledge it or not. I'm a big picture person. That's how my brain think. I'm a holistic thinker. I don't really fragment a lot of stuff. I kind of put everything in the pieces together, and I want to see them all on the whiteboard at the same time. That's how I think. So, I have this little girl here who I said talks a lot, tells stories. Yeah, those type of stories too, lies. She tells those too. She's very direct too. Like I will give her that. She'll tell you, like, no, I did this. And this is why I did it. I don't think that's always beneficial to her, but she does it. I don't know if a lot of stuff she does is beneficial to her, but she does it. So, how was school today? Oh, so you're not going to talk? There's no talking going on? So this is how you going to be for the rest of the night? Okay. I'm going to hold you to this too. I don't want to hear your mouth in my house. I don't want to hear it. You don't want to talk right now, it's over. Do not talk in my house. I don't want to hear it. Every time you go to talk, we're stopping that. Because I'm giving you the platform to get all your stuff out. Whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to say. Let's see where this going to go at. I'm giving you the platform to say whatever you want to say. Whoever you know you ain't feeling them right now, whoever you like right now, you love right now, and somebody you want to say thank you to, somebody you want to say, I don't know why you did that to me. That wasn't okay. Like, I would like to know. What do you got to say? All right. Since she don't have nothing, she won't have nothing for the rest of the day. And I'm definitely going to hold her to that. There will be no talking. Every time you try to talk, it will be no talking. Nobody is going to pay attention. I'm going to interrupt. I'm just, I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to be petty. Because any other time you have a lot to say, whether people care or not. So all of a sudden now, we don't want to talk. But it's okay. Oh. Hey, Yasira. Say hey. I'm trying to give you your platform. Ain't nobody interrupting you. Ain't nobody get to jump over your story, tell you, I'm trying to give you a platform.
Oh, my.
See? Look, good afternoon, Yasira. Why are you hiding? I edited it for you, sis. Don't worry about it. Why are you hiding? I'm trying to understand. You was just in my house yelling. Before I came here, before we got here, you was just in my house yelling and running up and down steps and stuff. Was that not you? You wasn't yelling in my house, stomping up and down my steps. I told y'all. So who was it? It was Walid. What'd he do? What happened? Who did something to him? You did it?
He hit me with a string, so I hit him back.
Okay. Now we talking now. We talking about, what do they call it? Fratricide. These people, I can hear you. People, you are these people. Look at this. Look at this. Now you going back to hiding. Listen, I'm telling y'all, we not talking to her. If she not going, because she going to come in the house and want to yell, Miss Carlita, Mom, Uncle Drew, Uncle Drew. You don't even call me by my right name, Dorsey. And I'll let you get away with this. And now you want to come on PSA, Philly Service Announcement, every Tuesday at 5. Make sure y'all check it out. You never know what's going to go on at the therapy session. You never know who's going to pop up. It's crazy that she don't want to talk, though. But she think it's a game. There will be no talking. We will be work. They said, I'm Warden Uncle. Yes, I don't mind. That's how it goes. And soon, I'm going to bring my whip out. The belt. Yeah, it's coming. Somebody going to roll up on her behind whooping. I know I come on the show every week and talk about how the potential. Yeah, you right, Z. Where you at? You supposed to be up here at the show. You talking about some Uncle Drew. Think you funny. You ain't funny.
She kind of is, though.
What are you talking about? I said no talking from you. The talking is over. You had your opportunity to talk. You didn't want to. So don't talk. I should kick you off my show. And I don't care what people say. Talking about be cruel to kids. I don't care. I do not care. Cruel kids are cruel. The hell? And you know what they do? They turn into cruel adults. Just a lot of y'all still ain't grow up. And I ain't talking about no youthful exuberance. Have a young spirit. No, you don't. You're childish. You're immature. Grow the fuck up. Yeah, I said that in front of her. Because we get to this point with stuff. So, what are you doing in art tomorrow after school? Speaking to the microphone, ma'am. Thank you. What are you doing for art tomorrow?
I'll be drawing something for my niece.
For your niece? Okay.
Not
What
really.
are you drawing?
I don't know.
What type of art is it? Are y'all just drawing on construction paper? Or are y'all
Canvases.
like canvases? Like the big ones on the easel? Those or the little ones?
The little ones.
Can you draw? Or are you just learning?
Not
This
really.
is to help you learn how to draw better?
Yes.
That's what it's for? Did you pick this or this was something you were put into?
Oh, no, I picked all the after-school programs.
Okay. So you go to school after school every day?
No, not really.
What days?
Well, since gaming's canceled the entire week.
Okay, no gaming.
I only have art.
Mm-hmm. You gotta speak into the mic. You have to speak into the mic, man. Move your seat up so you can speak into the mic. There you go. There we go. We got to get the content. We got to get you clear. We got to make sure you're clear. So,
Gaming's canceled, and I'll be doing art and track.
and track. Are you fast?
No.
You a long distance runner?
Yes.
You look kind of like a long distance runner. You have long limbs, kind of tall. Yeah.
I'm
You look like a long distance. You are tall for your age.
How?
Because you are. I've seen other 10-year-old girls. They're not your height. And you taller than your brother, and he's 11, so that makes you tall. So, you said track. Is this something you pick track, right?
Yes.
So why do you want to run track? You said you're not fast. Do you think you would be a good long distance runner,
Yes.
or you just want to stay in shape? Like what are you doing it for?
I'm doing it so I can get faster than my older brother.
And which one are we talking about?
All of them.
Oh, all of them. So this is a goal of yours, to make sure you're faster than them.
Yes.
You got a lot of work, man. You kind of, age-wise, you kind of, starting from behind. Not so much that you won't become fast, but they'll become faster. As you're becoming fast, they'll become faster. You know what I'm saying? But it will give you good running technique. So people who don't necessarily know how to run, because it is something they learn, they teach you how to move your arms, how to move your legs, how to breathe, especially with long distance running. You're going to have to do that. So, do you plan on running long term? Do you want to be on track as you go through school? What grade are you in?
5th.
So, do you want to run for your school? Do you want to run for high school, potentially in college, or is this something you want to do right now?
Something I just want to do right now.
So, do you want to play any sport professionally? Would you play a professional sport?
Yes.
Which one?
Football, basketball, and volleyball.
Okay, basketball. Volleyball sounds like something. Football, not so much. I'm not really a girl football guy. That's not a thing I think women should be doing. Your bodies are not built like ours, so it's just like one of those sports. You can play 7-on-7 with other women. I think that is, or flag with other women. But the whole tackling thing, it's not even something men should be doing for real, for real. It's very dangerous, similar to boxing. It's not a sport. If you don't really love it, I would tell you not to necessarily do it for money, which a lot of people do it, and they see how painful it could actually be and what you got to go through. You got to love it to work through those things. So I think volleyball would be good. Real volleyball, not that beach volleyball stuff. They don't be having no clothes on. We're not doing that. Yeah. So actual volleyball would be dope. Basketball, I don't know how much you love basketball. Do you like to play?
Yes.
Do you have any skills? Can you dribble, shoot? You play good D? Like what? Do you pass? You don't know.
I can pass, dribble, and shoot.
Okay. Do you want to play basketball more?
Yes.
With girls or just play, period? Do you want to play like I want to be a serious basketball player if I can?
A serious basketball
Seriously?
player.
You joking. You came to the right person.
Uncle Drew.
But no, you gotta listen though. You don't listen when you don't want to listen. So how you gonna get better if you're not gonna listen? If I tell you to do something, you have to do it. I don't want any crying, any complaining, no blaming it on somebody else. If you really want to get better, we can do this. Do you really want to play basketball? Seriously?
Yes.
Okay. What makes you want to play basketball? You have to explain yourself when you're talking to me. You don't know?
No.
All right, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we will figure it out because I
just
love
fun.
basketball. It's just fun. So, and you're going to actually kind of be tall. So you might be, pretty good ball player. I mean, we never know. We're going to see. And you're starting kind of young. You can get really good if you listen to me. If you listen to me, you can get better. If you don't listen, you will be playing on the playground forever, and that's it. Okay? All right. So, do you like school? I think I've asked you this before. You like the school you go to, or you like school?
I like school.
But do you like the school you go to?
Not really.
Why not? I
Because
thought y'all was so
mostly
excited
white
about going
teachers.
there. Ooh, And why is that a problem? I'm
They're
just asking.
White.
So they don't relate to you?
No.
They usually treat young girls nicer, though. Oh, we in a different age group. We're in a different era now. They don't have to be nice to the little black girls anymore so they can go through school and be difficult with the black boys, so school become a difficulty. And then at some point, our women are more educated than our men, and that fucks with the fabric of our relationships. It's not the woman's fault. It's the way the system was played out. Certain women don't know, certain men don't know. Some do know and they still be like, what the fuck, he should have did what I did, so forth and so on. And then some women, look at it and say, nah, I see what the game was, but I'm going to try to attempt to pull my brother up, but because this brother does not have the understanding he should have, he takes advantage of the situation. Or because my sister don't have the understanding she should have, she tries to emasculate this man with her position, with her prestige, with her money, with, the things that she has. So that is a real thing. And now they're not doing that to the little girls anymore. Now the little girls are a problem, just like the little boys, because the little boys have been firmly entrenched in the system. And in most cases, we see they are not going to be productive because we got them on medication. We got them believing that they are just innately not smart. Listen to our kids and how, especially our boys. And when it pertains to things around education, look at how they operate. Look at the things that they say. I got ADHD, whatever. I'm on medication, whatever. I don't really read books. Like, I don't really get into all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I know I should do, but it's just something I don't do. Like, you hear these things coming out of people's mouths, and it's like, wow. But that's conditioning over time. You've been told that, bro, you're not gonna really amount to nothing. You never did nothing. You're just gonna be a street nigga. You just gonna, whatever the drug is of choice, that's what you're gonna take. You're gonna want to have sex with all the women because that's how you're gonna get your name. Like I get busy. I get at the chicks, or you're just gonna be ultra violent, and that's what you. But you never gonna make a real attempt at coming out of what they created for you as a black man, as a nigger. Because what we have done is we made niggerdom into black culture. And we be standing on that shit. Men and women. With all the super dumb shit that we be doing. And be really putting a lot of energy into it. A lot. And it doesn't amount to anything. It doesn't push our people forward at all. It don't even push you forward. But that was a very profound statement about the teachers. Is it mainly all white women teacher? It's both white men and white women. And they just, it's like, where are the black teachers? They nowhere around. It's not enough.
There's like 3 black teachers.
What? The school go to the 8th grade. It's K through 8th, right?
It's pre-K through 8th.
Pre-K? They got pre-K. Wow. So did you have a productive day today? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you the questions that we ask our guests. Okay? Have you been watching the show? No. It's okay. I'm kicking you out. You can't stay at my house. You got to go. I don't know where you're going to stay. You can't stay there. Because you don't watch PSA. And if you don't watch PSA, you can't. What? Who? This doesn't work like that. So, the first question is, who are you? Who are you? Tell us some things. Who are you? Who is Dorsey? Yasira Dorsey. Who are you? You don't know?
I'm a fun person.
Okay, that's a start. That's it. That's all you know about yourself. That's it. Okay, if you say so. But that's all you know about yourself, that you're a fun person.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to have to work.
I'm good at math.
And you're good at math. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good identifier of who you are. So you're good at math, right? And you're a fun person. That's it. Nothing else. You don't have a name. You're not from anywhere. You don't have parents. You're not I'm the 6th child of my mom or the 7th, all of those are identifiers. That goes to your identity. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who your dad is. You don't know who your continent. We gonna have to work on that, because you being around me, all of y'all should be able to give an identifier, if we're gonna say it like that. You need to have some identity. What do you stand on? So I'm good that you stand on you're a fun person.
I'm pretty sure everybody stands on the ground.
No, you know what I'm saying. So, what is the other thing? See, now she's starting to talk. You see, now she got some stuff to say. This is the norm, the normal, So, but I'm not letting her hijack my show. So, you said fun person, and good at math,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing else. That's it. That's all that identifies you. That's all you know about yourself.
I know that I'm 10 years old.
Okay, that's another good one. That's important. When you identify, when you telling people who you are, what are you standing on?
The ground.
Okay, that's what you doing. Barefooted or with shoes on?
Shoes on.
Okay, outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay. So, what is your resource? What do you provide for people? Like, how? What is your resource? You do nothing. You help nobody. You're not assisting in anything. You're just taking, getting. You don't have a resource.
I'm my teacher's assistant.
There you go. That's a resource. You provide assistance to your teacher to do what? What does a teacher's assistant do?
Help her with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Pass out papers.
The kids, as if she's not one of the kids. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
And make sure everybody's not over a level 10.
A level
Or
10.
5.
So what's over a level 10?
Is when they're screaming their heads off.
Oh, so when I be talking about having inside voice in my house, that's like kind of like that. I don't want everybody on 10. So I probably think a level 4 or 5 works best for me. So you do have a resource. You're a teacher's assistant. That means you assist the teacher to make sure your classmates learn. That's a really good resource. So why do you do what you do? This should be a good one.
She just gives us a sticky note and
Mhm.
tell us to write something down, and then whatever job that we want to do, we write it down on a sticky note, and we give it back to her, and then we write our names on
a sticky note. On what? What should you write your name on?
we always write our names on everything.
Okay.
Except our binders.
Except your binder. So, what other reason? So, why do you do what you do? Like, why are you a teacher's assistant? What makes you like? Why do you do these things? What makes you a fun person? How are you good at math? It's why do you do these things?
I learned how to be good at math in 3rd grade, and then I memorized all of the math questions that we had in our book bags.
Oh, so you the teacher's assistant in the math class?
No, reading.
Okay. Oh, and reading. It's really good. It's really good. We did do some English stuff. You did know your stuff. I will have to. I have to commend you on that. You did know your stuff. You was excited about it. You know what I mean? We just got to work on the other stuff.
The one I had to really memorize was the 12 times tables because that one was the hardest because they all ended up to be in the hundreds.
Okay.
Well, not all of them, but some of them ended up to be in the hundreds. Like 100 is 144, and the math problem for that is 12 times 12.
144.
Yes.
What is 12 times 7?
12 times 7.
She is not as good at math as she said, people. Wait, listen. Let's go. 12 times 7. What is 12 times 7? I'm going to tell you an easy way when you do it. So, the way that I remember 10 is it's always 0. So, 7 times 10, 70. 8 times 10, 80. So, you just, if it's times 10, you just add a 0 to the number. Right? Now, 11 is always easy because of what? It's the same number twice.
It's the same number twice, and you really don't even have to memorize anything.
Exactly. So that's the way you always get 12. So if you're doing 12 times 7, 7 times 11 is what? Always 77.
77.
And you add the 7. 84. The same thing with 6. 12 times 6. 6 times 11 is 66. Add 6. 72. So that's how I remember 12 all the time. I add the number to whatever 7 times 11 is. I mean, whatever times 11 is. So if it's 9, what's 12 times 9?
99.
So
No.
You
That's
do
11 times
11
9.
times 9, which is 99, and then you add 9. And then you add 9. All right, so we got to go. We're going to figure this out at the crib. This is PSA, Philly Service Announcement, Takeover Tuesday. Tuesday, Takeover, love, support, grace, social activism, resources, and art. I am the assist, African supporting strength, inspiration, and success together. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Zoo. Shout out to Bug, Carlita, Miss Marion, Wah. Like, shout out to everybody that be in and around these things that's moving and motivating. Stan, Yasira. Nah. You got something? Real quick. Hurry up. We gotta go. It's too late. We gotta go. You can't talk now. Yo, we out, man. That's what we doing out here.